Hello everyone, welcome to Girl Handmade channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make a crystal beaded handbag like this step by step. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and share this video. I've got plenty more DIY bag tutorials coming your way. Here is what we need to craft a bag with. I also listed them in the description for your convenience. Let's start beading. First, prepare a new fishing line about 2 to 3 meters long and add 4 beads to one line and pull the lines out and make the line ends equal. Hold the lower line and bypass the upper line and insert the line into the bead where the line comes out. Then we get a knot and pull the both ends of the lines to get the knot into the bead to make sure the bead loop is sturdy and firmly placed. Then we will continue beading by adding 3 beads each time in the first row. Add 2 beads on one line and 1 bead on the other line. Bypass the line with 2 beads around the other line and then later pass the 2 bead line into the second bead. Where it comes out, get the knot into the beads and get the second 4 bead loop. Continuing beading in this way until we get to the 90th bead loop. Now we reach the 19th bead loop. Add 3 beads to the left line. Then loop the line around the right line and thread it back through the bead. Pull the lines tight to create a knot. Ensure the line knot sits in the center of this bead. This completes the first row. To start the second row, add 3 beads to the left line. Then continue with 2 beads for each subsequent step. Continue beading in this way until we have completed the 25th row. Here we've finished 25 rows. Count 10 rows. Then stand the 10 rows upright to form the body of the bag. And count another 10 rows in this side. And stand them up in the same way. Later, we will work on crafting the sides of the bag. Cut a new strand and ensure that we won't need to add another strand while beading the sides. Pass the strand through these 2 beads. Add 2 beads on the right strand. Loop this strand around the left strand and thread it back through the last bead. Then tighten the strand knot and pull the knot into the bead. Pass the left strand through the left lower bead and add 2 beads on the upper strand and get the second 4-bead loop. Finish the next 2 bead loops in the same way until we reach the last one. Pass the left strand through these 2 beads as shown. Add 1 bead on the right strand and loop the right strand around the other strand. Then get back through the bead to get the strand loop. Then we start the second row. Pass the left strand through the upper head. Add 2 beads to the strand. Get the bead loop as shown. Here is a quick way. Pass the right lower strand through 3 beads at one time. And add 2 beads on the other strand each time, and pass the strand with beads through this triangle strand loop. Then insert the strand into the bead where it comes out. Pull both strands and get the strand loop into the bead. Continue beading until the 6th row. At the 6th row, add 2 beads to the upper strand as usual. Then cross the other strand directly through the bead without making a knot. Be careful, only these 2 columns require this bead loop without a knot. Continue beading the next 2 bead loops in the usual manner. At the 4th bead loop, cross both strands through the bead, ensuring there is no knot in this loop. Complete the rest of the beading work in this way. When we weave the last 2 bead loops, directly cross both strands through the bead without creating any knots. This will give us enough room to hide the strand ends as shown. Finish the other side in the same way. Get a new shorter fishing line. Pass this strand through this bead and add one bead on this strand, and then insert it into the bead. Then pull the line out and add one more bead and O-ring to the right end. Loop this line around the other strand and then get back to the bead where it comes out. Hold and pull both ends tightly and get the knot into the bead center. Pass both strand ends separately through the bead below them. Add one bead on one strand and cross the other strand through this bead inside the mantle O-ring. Here we get a loose bead loop. Again, pass both strand ends separately through the bead below them. Add one more bead and cross both strands through this bead again. Then we pull both lines tightly and hide both ends. Now we have finished the body part. We need to make a back cover with 60 rows and 7 columns using the same method as for the back body. All we need to do is connect the body and the cover now. Cut a new fishing line and pass the strand through the third bead. Add one bead on each side. And then pass the right strand through the first right bead on the cover part. Pull strands out and get a full bead loop by creating a strand knot. Hide the knot into the bead and ensure the bead loop is firmly placed. Then pass each strand through the upper bead separately. Add one bead on the right strand and pass the line through this bead after bypassing this strand through the other strand. Get the second firm full bead loop by pulling the knot into the bead. Continue connecting this body and the cover in this way till the last 2 bead loops. Add 1 bead on the upper line and directly cross the 2 strands through this bead without getting a knot. And complete the last bead in the same way, so we have enough room to hide the strand by passing the 2 lines through the last bead loop. Cut a new longer fishing line and add 6 beads and 1 peach heart ring on this line, creating a 6-bead loop by looping 1 strand around another and creating and getting the knot into the bead. Then we get the first 6-bead loop. Add 3 beads on the right strand and 2 on the left strand. Loop the strand with 6 beads around the other strand and get a strand knot. Pull the knot into the bead to get the second 6-bead loop. Continue beading in this way until we get the 36th 6-bead loop. At the second last 6-bead loop, directly cross the 2 strands through the bead without creating a knot. And make the last bead loop in the same way, and do not forget to add the other peach heart ring in this step. Then at last, hind the strand ends around the last bead loop.